Breaking news from Pink Petunia. Highway 290 in Fredericksburg, Texas has just had a reduction in its speed limit. Instead of 70 miles per hour, it is now 60 miles per hour due to recent fatalities. Highway 290 is now number 2 after Napa Valley for production of wine here in the Hill Country. This is Brooke Rogan from Pink Petunia.
Barbara Bush's family calls her the Enforcer as a tribute to her no-nonsense attitude. She is remembered for her work promoting literacy and children's health. The surface temperature of Enchanted Rock hit 133 degrees today. That is a record high, according to the park rangers. We will bring you full coverage of the funeral right here on KXAN starting at 11 o'clock. Elk Store is the first distillery located in Fredericksburg, Texas. Students all across the country are taking a stand against violence in schools by walking out of class today. There's a new place in Austin to learn women's self-defense. We're at Fight Club in Austin, Texas. The walkout comes on the 19th anniversary of the massacre at Columbine High School, which 13 people were killed. I'm Brooke Rogan, and today we're at the High Cider Company. Some Austin students are also participating in the walkouts, but others are taking a different approach, making today a day of action instead. Fredericksburg, the gem of the Hill Country, has just been named the prettiest town in Texas, according to Architectural Digest. Police officers are stepping up their patrols at Hayes High School today after a threat was posted on Snapchat. Lukenbach, which was once a trading post in 1849, located in Lukenbach, Texas, now has a boutique located on Main Street in Fredericksburg. The man on trial accused of trying to assassinate a judge will be back on the stand on Monday. The surface temperature of Enchanted Rock hit 133 degrees this afternoon. That is a record high, according to park rangers. A former daycare operator will spend more than 20 years in prison after a baby died at her home.
Breaking news from Pink Petunia. Record heat has happened for 38 consecutive days in Texas. We have had temperatures up triple digits for 38 consecutive days.
Investigators are still trying to get to the bottom of a deadly East Austin shooting. We checked with APD just a few minutes ago.
So 11 years ago, we used to drive to Austin to the Republic Square Farmers Market, and a friend of mine named Cynthia England and I just decided, you know, this is crazy. We need to have a farmers market here. So
Kelly Soslin, the creator of the Fredericksburg Farmers Market, got the ball rolling by gathering a group of volunteers and finding vendors to start the market.
Family's been here a long time. Our family came here from Germany 4 generations ago and has been farming and ranching ever since.
The Farmers Market for Cypress Sigmund has been a tradition for many years.
I'm here because I'm a local farmer. We live and grow here in Fredericksburg. We grow peaches and produce, and we raise cows for beef. And we're here every week. This is our local market.
This market is one of the longest running events in Fredericksburg and hosts more than just food.
Then for the community, it's providing a lady came up to me 2 years ago and said, thank you for what y'all do, because do you know you're the only free event that takes place in this town for 25 weeks a year.
Thomas Newman is now in charge of the Fredericksburg Farmers Market and says how it stands apart from others around the Hill Country.
Yeah, but we have 21 volunteers, and that's one of the things that makes it successful.
They've got an actual facility where it's nice and you're not out on a parking lot or whatever underneath the tent, you know, kind of thing like all the other markets. And so we find that very appealing, and I think the customers find it very appealing.
It definitely benefits Fredericksburg because it really showcases what all of us do here, ranching and farming locally. We're definitely an agriculturally based community, all the way from the wineries that we have to the peach orchards, the beef that's grown, the cattle that's raised, sheep, goats. I mean, we do everything here as far as agriculture goes.
The Fredericksburg Farmers Market is every Thursday afternoon from 4 to 7 p.m. It runs from May till the end of August and sees about 1,500 people.
we got the ball rolling, and here we are 11 years later.
Brooke Rogan, KXAN News.
Opening just a few months ago, High Cider Company has already attracted hundreds of visitors and is becoming a hill country gym.
Getting to know the area in the hill country, we saw that there was no cider to be had in the hill country, and it was a niche that needed to be filled.
Some customers come in very confused about the difference between beer and cider.
So, cider is, by definition, exclusively fermented apple juice. What we do here is technically not cider. What we're making is something called cider, which is a combination of cider and mead. Mead is honey wine.
The cider company is owned by Cherry and Travis Graham, two executive chefs from Austin. They both decided to try something new.
About 6 years ago, living in Austin, I tried my hand at cider, and it turned out really good. Everybody wanted more. They kept asking me to make more. I was really happy with the way it turned out.
This is a really tight community of people and entrepreneurs and people that are opening up a lot of different things. A lot of wine, sure, but there's room for everybody in High Texas.
In order to bring business to this new location, for National Lasagna Day, they hosted a lasagna cook-off. This coming Saturday is National Uncommon Musical Instrument Day. High Cider will host a celebration with the unique bluesman Todd Roth.
We're a community of people and we want to build the brand of High Texas. We do it together.
Brooke Rogan, KXAN News.
Wanted that sophisticated yet cool and casual look of a speakeasy. Making our own liquor, but I didn't want to just sell the liquor. I wanted you to.
Todd Spastrola has been in the wine business for 30 years in Fredericksburg and decided to open Elk Store to try something new.
So the whole concept behind Elk Store is to try to. I love Prohibition. Prohibition is the reason that we have the modern bar and lounge. We have cocktails. Everything that we know about the modern day drinking is due to Prohibition. So I just wanted to pay tribute to all that.
Todd was inspired to open Elk Store after his great-grandfather owned the original Elk Store in Elk, Texas. It was a general store and soon Prohibition hit.
And then they said, well, you can't sell any alcohol anymore. Well, you can't tell a Czech that he can't have a drink. So rumor has it that my great-grandfather became one of the biggest moonshiners in all of Central Texas.
Fast forward, and now the Elk Store is the first distillery located on a main street in Texas. Fredericksburg is now a destination for craft cocktails.
Definitely my favorite thing is like when we craft cocktails, we actually make the liquor. So almost every single ingredient that we put in our craft cocktails comes straight from us. We have complete creative control.
We make rum, we make gin, we make whiskey, we make moonshine, we make vodka, we make brandy, we make anything. We're currently not making tequila. That's about the only thing that we don't make yet.
Elk Store is now getting ready to produce their own wine.
It's just another facet for tourism. Like if they're coming, there's just one more thing you can do. There's Enchanted Rock, there's shopping, boutique shopping, there's the wineries, now there's a distillery.
Brooke Rogan, KXAN News.
And I actually live in Sisterdale, and I brought all 5 of these dogs here to get their rabies shots inside.
Carol Latham is just one of the many that brought their dogs in from all over the hill country. Carol is a foster mom to all 5 of these dogs and found this clinic to be extremely beneficial for her and her animals.
Actually take in all these foster dogs all the time.
The SPCA hosted a low-cost vaccination clinic in an effort to protect the community and make pet ownership affordable for everybody in the hill country.
And so this just really helps people who want to have dogs and or cats be able to afford to have as many as they want, because the vaccinations, they do microchipping, all kinds of things at a super low cost.
The rabies shots are $5 and microchipping is $10.
So we started at 1 o'clock today, and before we even opened up, probably about 30-45 minutes beforehand, we probably had at least 20 to 50 people waiting out front already.
Dogs and cats line the streets with their owners of the Hill Country SPCA to patiently wait for their vaccinations and microchipping services.
So for this community, it's a wonderful thing. We live out in the country and they need all their rabies shots, but it's very expensive. And when you are retired, it's an important thing to be able to have this kind of a benefit for us to be able to provide and keep the dogs safe and healthy and comfortable.
A recent event led the SPCA into hosting this clinic.
This is our first year doing it. We've done low-cost clinics in the past. Because we had that recent case of rabies on Main Street during the 4th of July parade, we really wanted to be proactive in trying to prevent that in our community.
The SPCA plans to host this clinic in the future and continues to make the Hill Country a safe and healthy place for animals living here.
So by the end of the event, I'm betting we're going to have at least 300 to 400 animals through the program.
Brooke Rogan, KXAN News.